Hello, beautiful soul. This is week 4 in the 30-day slowdown. If you want to learn more about the slowdown or start from the beginning, go back to week 1 and join us in homeroom if you want to take advantage of the weekly guided conversations. This week, as we are heading into our final week 4, beautiful soul, we are going to be focusing on balance. Now, as we have been doing this challenge during winter and as we have started to integrate a bit of nature into our daily lives, we can appreciate the balance that nature has. Nature has a way of continuing to adjust and balance itself and move through the seasons with ease and grace, and we know those seasons are going to come. Yes, sometimes nature can be quite brutal, but it knows how to ebb and flow and find balance. And so this week, we're going to be paying attention to balance, but probably in a little different way than you are used to. And I say that because a lot of us, put myself in this camp, we've often looked at balance as very black and white. Balance equals when I'm working, when I'm not working, when I'm having fun, when I'm not having fun, when I am by myself or not by myself, when I'm working out, when I'm not working out. And I feel like when we have this pretty hard structure, similar to what we talked about around boundaries, it's really hard for us to actually find the balance that works for us. And just a side note, balance for you may look very different than balance for me or someone else. So as always, y'all, as we are getting to understand and know ourselves, know our ingredients, I want you to really pay attention to you and what feels good to you, because your life is very different from someone else's. Your values, your priorities, all the things. So balance to you is going to be balance to you, okay? This week, our exercise, we are going to be looking for glimmers. Now, nature has this way in its daily routine of providing these moments of dazzling us, whether that is a beautiful sunrise, a beautiful sunset, whether it's seeing the leaves change as we're heading into fall, a beautiful flower. These are not major things. They happen all of the time, every day in nature. And yet there are these tiny little mundane moments that are so beautiful if we're slowing down enough to be present to them. And so this week, we're going to be focusing on the little glimmers that we can see, these little sparks of beautiful moments. And we're going to be looking for those in your everyday mundane tasks. That's right, dear soul. Whether it is washing the dishes, commuting to work, folding laundry, cooking, getting ready, creating a presentation for work, whatever it is, I want you to be present and mindful of the beauty and the glimmer in that moment. Now, this is a call for us as we are looking to achieve balance. It is a call for us to start to see the beauty in the mundane moments. And that's really important because so often we are wired to want these really high highs or have these really low lows. And there's so much beauty and satisfaction that we can have if we are finding gratitude in our daily life in the journey. As cheesy as that sounds, my beautiful soul, when we are finding beauty in the daily life and gratitude, it is a game changer. Okay, so go through this week and be mindful about the glimmers. And I want you to write about it, journal about it. How did it feel different? Did it actually feel different about doing the dishes when you noticed how warm the water was and you felt so grateful that you had warm water? Right? I want you to write about it. Maybe you didn't feel anything. That's okay. There's no judgment. Again, we're not having any expectation. We're simply going through these simple exercises to be mindful and present and to slow down. Now, as you head into the end of the week, dear soul, that means we are wrapping up into day 30, and we want to kind of round this out with a bookend. And I want you to take that energy audit from week 1 and I want you to fill out a new one. Again, I want you to fill out a new one with curiosity and without expectation, because perhaps you were focusing on an area as we headed into week 2 that was a really big area for you. And so we want to recognize that some instances take more time to shift things in our lives and others don't. So I simply want you to be curious and I want you to fill out that energy audit. The most important thing that I want you to recognize as we are ending out week 4 is that you just spent 30 days being really mindful and present in your life. And that in itself, my friend, is bold, especially as we head into a Gregorian New Year, right? January, the time when everyone or everything around you tells you should be starting new things. Simply by being present is slowing down your life. And there's so much magic in the slowdown because number 1, we get to understand who we are. And number 2, we are better equipping ourselves as we head into the spring, as we want to start growing and like really moving forward with that momentum. So slowing down to go fast is a really, really beautiful thing. So not only did you have 30 days of mindfulness, you actually started to put into practice really tiny actions that can have a huge, huge difference. Thank you for joining me in this 30-day slowdown, dear soul. I so hope that I actually see you in a masterclass or in a classroom. Again, please come join us in homeroom for continued conversations, and I will see you soon.